disappointing end to the season. Brisbane just had a few more punches in the end.
Yeah. Yeah, no, this is, it comes to an end real quick. It does. Credit to Brisbane, outstanding, really. Like their clearance work in that third quarter was just dominant. We couldn't try all different things, and they were just too dominant around that part of the game. 5 goals or something. They might have kicked 6 for the third quarter. Yeah, put you right on your back on your feet, and then we're just we're coming, and then you just don't quite get there. But it comes to an end quick, and we just have to sit in that now.
Take us inside the rooms, Fly. Like, what was the emotion? Because it's been such an emotional roller coaster.
Right now?
Yeah.
Just overwhelming disappointment. Like I can only speak for myself. Thanks to our fans, our Magpie Army, for turning up. 96,000 again today. We're just so grateful for their ongoing support. It's so loud, and I just want to make sure I appreciate those out there that supported this year. You'll be disappointed. We are. You get to this time of the year, you realise how close you are, but they're bloody hard to win, and it takes a long time to get back here. So thanks to our Magpie Army.
You talk about the midfield battle. How big of a blow was Pendles in the first 5 minutes?
Yeah.
What happened there?
Oh, look, it doesn't help. You got one of your most experienced players that just organises things, and he did a calf early, which is really strange, but this is what happens this time of year. It is what it is. You're sort of going along well. Thought we were really well prepared for this game, and physically and emotionally and tactically, and then you got to pivot. We had plans to tag McCluggage, but then we just need Steele to play different roles, and then there's a flow-on effect. So it is what it is. Just happens this time of year, doesn't it?
Did it happen in the warm-up, or did it happen in the first 5?
No, just in the first few minutes of the game, yeah.
No issues, great.
No, not that I'm aware of. I haven't spoke to him, but not that I'm aware of.
Start of the last quarter, you lose Jeremy. How big a blow was that? Because he and
Howie?
Yeah.
Oh, he seems to be okay. He's just sort of, as you'd expect, he's sort of running out of legs, yeah. Hasn't played for a while, but I thought he was pretty good for a guy that hadn't played for so long. I thought you were going to ask me about the free kick, or the one we didn't get.
We're getting to that next.
Okay, yeah.
You're 12 points down. It looked like front on contact. What was your reaction?
No, it looked like that, yeah. Yeah, it did. No guarantee he kicks the goal, though, is it? Like this is the world I live in. I never make excuses. I don't want our fans to see a coach that leads our group through excuses, because it just doesn't get you anywhere. I think losers make excuses. We don't. We're winners, and we didn't win today. Clearly beaten by a better team. I think they would have beaten us anyway, the way they were playing. So you could say what if and if only, but it's not the space we live in. We didn't control the things we could control well, and around stoppage, and then we had great momentum going into half time, and we just let it slip real quick. And this is against really good opposition. They make 3 grand finals in a row. We really well coached. Fags had a great year again, and they got a few out, and just shows the depth of their belief in their system, and so they was just a bit better than us.
You referenced
obviously been struggling the last couple of weeks. Like, how fit was he going in?
How
fit was he going in tonight?
Oh, look, he's got a toe issue. Like, everything comes out now, but he's sort of done a tendon in his toe, ripped the tendon off it, and there's a lot of pain. But with some ability to take some pain, have some painkillers, he doesn't feel anything. But when the painkiller wears off, he's in a lot of pain. So it hasn't affected him to train and then to play. It'll be sore tomorrow. But they couldn't do any more damage, so we're just sort of like riding through the pain and then managing that through training. And so he played pretty well tonight, I thought.
You referenced the third quarter before, Fly. 7 goals to 2. It's a 5-goal margin in the end. How do you diagnose what happened? Because he had all the momentum going into half time.
Yeah, it just kept coming from clearance. Like centre bounces, and I felt we over handled the ball. Like, just kept sending that message: can we kick the ball in congestion? And it's such a territory game in finals, and we just didn't get it. And then we kept losing it, and then you put yourself in a defensive position and having to defend your D50s, and they got some weapons. Bailey was enormous, and Will Ashcroft was kicking goals off the ground, and just here we are.
Just on Brodie and Jamie, how confident are you that those boys will be here next year?
Well, we're hopeful. Like, I think it's been sort of put to the back burner. Now it's not on the back burner; it's the front burner. Let's get busy and work through that. I'll leave it up to others that's their job to secure our talent. Jamie was enormous again tonight. He's had an incredible year. He's a wanted player. We've offered these guys 2-year contracts, both of them. So I'm not sure what has been led through the media, but we'll let the people doing that job do the job, and I'll come in where needed. Yes, mate.
Craig, from the coaching perspective, what are some of the key messages for the players and the team going forward? What are some of the things you're going to look to in analysing the year in review and trying to push forward to take that next step in 2026?
That's such a great question, because I'm sitting here and I haven't spoken to the players yet, and I just want to be very deliberate in what I say, because it takes a long time to get back here. There's no guarantees you do. We've had a really good year. We have, I think we had 17 wins in a year. We finished third, I think. We only glorify the one that holds up the cup, and it's not us this year. And good luck to Geelong. They were outstanding last night. I thought they're going to be extremely hard to beat. And again, Brisbane, they're going to have to come back again, which is a big ask, but you wouldn't count them out. But if you don't hold up the cup, you're not seen to be winners. And there's a lot of things we've won this year, and we want to take all those things and then add to the things we need to get better at. So I'm trying to wrestle with that, with the question and with how I approach the players, because I'm not sure much I say they'll listen to at the moment, but I want to make sure I get it right.
How much, Connor, when they won the flag, and even earlier this year in that Queen's birthday game, you nailed the moments. How much today was not nailing those critical, like Steele side bottom, for example, waltzes into goal out of bounds on the full. He never does that, right? And I'm singling out one player, but you just seem to not nail those big moments that you normally do.
You're probably right. Yeah, I'll have to look back at it, and there'll be enough that we didn't quite execute at times. That third quarter, we just sort of felt like we went really straight, and you go straight against Brisbane, you kick it straight to Andrews and others. So under pressure, we didn't execute. That's fair. And I watched it last night. The first 10 minutes, the Cats didn't execute well at all. They were all over the place, and they found a way to get through it. And you think the first quarter in this game, we were sort of, that pressure was enormous to start with, and they got a couple of goals again through avenues and other things, and we're on the back foot. And then we found a way to get a game going. It's about letting things go, really. We had to let a lot of go this year, because I know you were writing things about us that we had to let go, and there was things we were doing we had to let go. Ultimately, it's a roller coaster of a season to get yourself to here, and it's finding the things that are making you better and trying to grow every day. And there was a period of this year I felt like we weren't growing and we were a bit stuck. And to credit to all the leaders and the players and the staff that we worked through that. Like, we worked through the not growing to a period where, hey, we're back growing again. Here we go. And then we got excitement for that. And last month of footy, or last month at the club, you come in, there was buzzing. Like, we're not going to play in a grand final, but it wasn't through a lack of belief. I thought we had everything we needed to do it. We just got beaten by a team that just executed a bit more in the big moments than us.
How active do you expect to be come the trade period?
Beg your pardon?
How active do you expect to be come the trade period?
Well, I'm not going to stand still trying to get better. Last year I said it was players over picks. It won't be at that extreme this year, but there'll be a balance. We want to bring talent into our organisation that makes us better. We won't stand still on that, and I'm sure our fans want to hear that. Our players want to hear that we're not going to stand still and keep improving ourselves. And as long as there's an opportunity to bring high talent in, we'll explore every part of that.
Is there a specific line you'll target?
Bringing good players in, just ones that make us better. What happens traditionally is when you're out, you tend to get a bit more busy with what's going on. When you're in the weeds trying to get 6-7 days ready to play, those conversations are there, but they're not there. And well, now they become a bit louder. So, as I said, this season comes to an end quick for many, and we're no different tonight.
Fly, just one on Chris Fagan, because you referenced him earlier, but you lived it as a player. Like, how hard is it to get to 3 grand finals in succession?
It's enormous.
From Brisbane.
And think what they've gone through this year. They lose Lockie Neal in the final, come back, bounce back, and Hipwood's out, and so on and so on. They've got kids. Was it young Gallup? Man, kicked 3 goals tonight. That guys stepping up. And we want to find those versions of us. Charlie West had a good season, got injured late. We want to find those versions of us. They're on our list. We'd like to think so. But credit to Brisbane. I have great respect for the club and history there, and I'll be cheering for him next week.
McRae, can it be third time lucky for Nick at Brownlow?
Oh, jeez. I don't know what's going on there with the umpires. I haven't given too much thought to it, but again, we want to celebrate our stars. He's had an enormous year, Nick. If he doesn't win, he's going to poll a lot of votes, that's for sure. So it could be 3 or 4 years in a row he's polled the most votes of anyone, and maybe not win one, but we'll have fingers crossed for that. Hey, can I just take the opportunity to thank the staff that are the media that are in the room, and the media that have attended this year that represent us as a club, that the messages that go out. We're really grateful for that. So we'll see you next year. Thank you.